Great. It is just the second day after the Uhuru Kenyatta administration took the reins of power, and today we've been trying to keep track of the president and his deputy to just take a look at if indeed they were at the office. And Sam Wagina is still pitching camp at the Power Avenue, that is Harambee Avenue, with the very latest. I understand Deputy President William Ruto finally showed up at the office. Good afternoon, Sam. What do we know?
Good afternoon to you, Bonnie, studio, and Edith. Indeed, we are at Harambee Avenue, the Power Avenue, as you said, and right behind me is the office of the Deputy President, that is William Ruto. And indeed, today, William Ruto officially took over his office. Remember, this is the second day since they were sworn in as President. That is Uhuru Kenyatta and William Ruto as Deputy President. Well, Ruto made his way into his official office. Early morning hours, spent a couple of hours here, a couple of meetings here and there, and then he left for State House, where he joined President Uhuru Kenyatta, where they're meeting governors, the 47 elected governors, trying to iron out issues on devolution. Remember, there was a sticking issue on if at all Kenya is a unitary state, and if at all that term unitary state is meant to undermine the spirit of devolution. But maybe just to recap from the story that has just run previously on floods update, yesterday evening, that is Deputy President William Ruto actually met with stakeholders in the Special Programs Ministry, the Roads Ministry. He chaired that meeting, and there will be a media briefing, a joint media briefing for that matter, at around 3 in the afternoon, just to give directions on how the state is going to deal with the floods, in the flood situation, how they're going to contain or how they're going to avert the situation. And also remember that there are so many Kenyans who've been misplaced by the raging floods. So the press conference that will be happening here at the Teleposta Towers at around 3 in the afternoon will just be trying to give Kenyans direction and how they should be prepared in the coming month on how to deal with the floods.
Sam, just allow me to jump in.
Yes,
it
Bonnie?
seems like the Deputy President has already hit the road running, but yesterday we understand they were held up in a meeting trying to come up with the names of cabinet secretaries. How successful was that?
Well, indeed, Bonnie, it is true that yesterday it was actually a busy day for the two, that is Uhuru Kenyatta and William Ruto. They sat through the whole morning to evening, meeting various stakeholders, meeting various people, and also probably heads of states that were met yesterday. The DRC president, that is Kabila, there was the Rwandese president, and also the Somali president. But aside from meeting dignitaries, also Uhuru and Ruto spent a few hours in the evening trying to put final touches on the list of cabinet secretaries that will be expected to be tabled in Parliament. So far, so good. What we know is that the list is complete, it's ready, but the day of tabling or the day of unveiling that particular list still remains closely guarded to the two. Remember that Uhuru and Ruto have promised a lean cabinet, that is for 22 cabinet secretaries, a youthful government, and also an all-inclusive face of Kenya. Bonnie,
Right.
jump in?
Sam, do we have indications if the President Uhuru Kenyatta will show up at his office anytime today?
Well, Bonnie, it is actually quite hard to know if at all Uhuru will show up at his Harambee House office. I'm pretty sure that majority of Kenyans will be wanting to see his presidential standard towering high at the office of the president. But so far, so good. Uhuru Kenyatta has actually been holed up in various meetings at his State House. Remember, even in State House, Uhuru Kenyatta still has an office where he can operate from. So maybe the first 2 days he's decided that he's going to conduct all these meetings at State House for convenience purposes, probably. Also remember that in the past, it has been chaotic if the president makes his way to the CBD, the traffic jams and the gridlock that usually is a ripple effect of the president making his way to the CBD. But so far, so good. Uhuru Kenyatta has been conducting his meetings at State House. Remember, he has an office there. but the office of the president here at Harambee House is equally a public office that he ought to use.
Okay. All right, again, I have to let you go for now, but so far so good. William Ruto is in office and is expected to issue a presser later on regarding the flooding situation in the country. Many thanks, Sam Ogina, for just keeping us up to speed with what is happening in regards to the Uhuru administration and how they're taking up office. Edith?